What an absolutely dreary day.
All right, so the weather wasn't shit today, but it certainly wasn't good. Aside from that little tidbit, today was a day of catching up. Friends, family, a few emails, and most importantly of all, my Netflix account. I didn't really watch Netflix when I travel. It's kind of a pain in the ass, the hotel internet. You never really get anything good. And I've had experiences before where you we'll start watching a new great show and you realize it's 3 in the morning on a school night, and you have to be up for lobby call in a few more hours. So try to reserve that for when I'm home. Before I left, the last day, as I had a very early flight next morning, I decided to stay up all night long, and I started watching the show The Flash. Seasons 1 and 2 are on Netflix. Basically, because I was catching an interview with Kevin Smith, and he mentioned he just loved the show, and I'm a bit of a Kevin Smith fan, so I thought I'd give it a shot and check it out. And it was pretty good. Actually, I just finished watching season 2. I guess season 3 is currently airing. Um, Pretty enjoyable. I'm not much of a DC Comics fan, but it's good. I was quite shocked, and but couple of complaints with the show. Mainly the main character. Spoiler if you haven't watching the show at all, or if you know at this point, a couple seasons in, you're probably not gonna watch it. Uh, Pretty damn selfish as a superhero, so to speak. And all the rewriting of time and all other sci-fi BS of the show doesn't seem to care at all. That completely changed every other character's lives. Uh, for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, essentially the superhero character, the Flash, has the ability to time travel. I have no idea if that's actually a comic book convention or just the show. That's never really got DC comics. So I haven't really read any of them, but essentially he's you can if he runs fast enough, he goes back in time. Actually, but it's probably a comic book thing because I think Superman did that in Superman 1 movie or whatever. But yeah, anyway, so travels back in time and of course changes the past, which changes the future, and completely fucks up all his friends' lives on a regular basis. Uh, and doesn't seem to have any problem with this. It's like so I think it's a couple of times in the show at this point, 2 or 3 times, and every time it's like I have to do this for me, and like it doesn't seem to matter that you're altering the world for everybody. Um, Maybe they address this in season 3, but it seemed to be kind of crazy that no one brings up in season 1 or 2 that hey, dude, you're completely fucking the entire world up by changing things for yourself. Um, Anyways, uh, sorry, my little mini rant on DC Comics and the Flash. Overall, I did the show though, as evidence of the fact that I watched all of season 2 today. Um, and well, today, yesterday. I was watching it. I started watching it the day before I left, and made it most of the way through season 1. It was kind of playing in the background while I was cleaning my house and packing, and then yesterday kind of a little bit of a lazy day, decided to catch up on it. Although it was gorgeous out, I didn't do shit. Today I woke up and it was not gorgeous out. Wasn't raining, just dreary as fuck. Felt very Pacific Northwest, only with the sun higher in the sky. Go figure. Um, so I basically didn't leave my house other than walking out on the deck to film a time lapse, which I'm not even going to include in this video because the time lapses of ones you guys have seen, the same, roughly the same angle of the view of my deck. Not that interesting. Um, it's funny. When I was talking to my mom earlier, or yeah, a couple hours ago tonight. I was talking about the challenges of doing the daily videos. Um, I'm looking forward to my 40th coming up. It means I can actually take a day off and maybe even 2 if I'm feeling really crazy. Just so I can make it a little better quality because some days it's really really hard to put out an interesting video other than me doing it end of the evening recap like I'm doing again today. Um, I promise there will be more fun stuff in the future. I just need to kind of improve my workflow again. I got sort of in the bad habit while I was on the road of just doing grab my phone the end of the day and doing a little recap. When I started doing this, they were definitely more elaborate, but it does take a couple hours of editing time, and sometimes you're working on stuff through the day. It doesn't occur to you, hey, it's getting 11 o'clock at night, and you're really tired. And the last thing I do at 11 o'clock when I'm really tired is sit on my laptop, dump everything in, and do a bunch of editing, trying to make a cool video. Even if I've shot all day long, it's a lot of work, and sometimes I'm not disciplined enough to start the editing at an early enough time to get a cool video out, like days like today. So you're stuck with me sitting on my couch tonight and doing the little daily recap. Yeah. But for the rest of the week, I think I'm going to give myself a little bit of a road trip at some point. Maybe head to the desert, do some photos. I haven't done that in a while, and kind of feel like I need to go do for me, a day trip somewhere, maybe out some sand dunes. Probably won't do it tomorrow, but maybe the day after. And then Saturday, I'm going to catch up with my friend Catherine for lunch, and maybe plan out a shoot perhaps, or just go hang. I did have a shoot I was going to do this week. That's what I said yesterday. The actress bailed on me, which is all right. But I now have, because of that, spent more time working my concept and my little basic script for this thing, and I now have a really great idea and no one to collaborate with, which is always a drag. So I spent a fair amount of time today looking for someone to shoot with online in the various modeling acting forums I belong to, and haven't found the right person yet. So hopefully in the next couple of days I will line something up, because it's kind of cool film idea when I do. That I think will be pretty neat, but need to find the right person to work with, which is always the challenge of any artistic endeavor, finding the right collaborators. But with that, I've been rambling for about 7 minutes now. I'm gonna call today good, and I shall see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully with a little more interesting stuff going on, and hopefully with better weather. It was just, as I said at the beginning of the video, it was just dreary today, and I don't like dreary. All right, see you guys tomorrow.